Ain't no way to stop when we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess on a mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no breaks, you tripping. I call them no assistance, all this heat in my kitchen. You should know that we different, going deep with precision. Beyond the arc.
What is up with the squad? It's Sesh, favorite IT with Uncle Tendencies in the building. Y'all see him. There he is. Prince, I am Zoe Media. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Good. It was good. It was good.
What's good, y'all? What's good? I don't know. We in this thing. We in this thing. Episode 1. Here we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Glad to have y'all in the building. Been looking forward to getting this thing going. We starting with fire. We start with fire. So what's up? What's up? You want to give them a little backstory of how this thing came together?
Hey, it was long time in the making. Man, we've been trying to get together for months, and look, my schedule finally opened up again. Those who know me know I'm one of them ones when it come to breaking down the game. I played it at a high level. I got paid to play it. I didn't just play it. I got paid to play it. So look, hey, me and Seth behind the scenes. And again, we got more bankers coming, man. We just getting started. Hey, the show's gonna elevate and elevate. You already know how both of us will operate. We continue to elevate. So you already know. I'm excited though, Seth. I'm excited, man.
I am excited. I'm excited. This is a show different than anything else we do. This is kind of like a chance for us to be able to do some basketball one-on-one stuff. We really getting into breaking down. This isn't about this ain't about back and forth. This ain't about hot topics. This is about really digging into who players really are, as people, as athletes, and then where we see that their games can go. So really looking forward to bringing just a whole different type of vibe, whole different type of feel. I see y'all checking in already. Political Lil, Ken Dog, Smalls the One. Hey, come on in here. Y'all got your questions. Y'all got stuff y'all want to ask. Hey, shoot it up in the super chat. This is a super chat kind of convo. Today I'm excited because we're gonna break down one of them ones. We starting with one of them ones. We said where do we start this thing at? And no better place to start the conversation about women's college basketball than those 14 young ladies that got drafted to Unrivaled. So we're gonna start with Lay. We're gonna start with Lay because I think Lay is probably, besides South Carolina Gamecock tonight, Latson, I think one of the most anticipated transfers we're gonna see hit the floor. Lay been doing this a long time. Prince, how were you introduced to Milaysia? How long you been watching her?
Y'all run them like I actually been watching her since high school. When the article came, this was when they were still pumping newspapers when they was like, she won a championship in 7th grade. I was like, hold on now, who this is?
Right.
I still remember that. Look, I still remember that. Look, I was like, hold on, what you mean she in the 7th grade and went to high school? I had to go check it out at first. Hey, quick, she was her in 7th grade. Like, big shot after big shot up and down the court. I was like, man, she looked like you ever see like a young player says and it be like, they still got some growing to do, but I could see the potential. I was like, she fit right in. I was like, she fit right in. Then it came out, you know what I'm saying, that South Carolina offered her in 7th grade. Like, she fit right in with that team. I had to check her out. I was like, that's when I first started kind of like paying attention to her. And I always thought she kind of gave me and again, at this time, Gilbert Arenas and all of them was still kind of like relevant. She kind of gave me that Gilbert Arenas feel in 7th grade. So I was like,
wow, okay. You saw her bocce right away. You saw her bocce.
Yeah, I saw her bocce.
You got blessed to be introduced to this young lady before me. I got introduced to her by running into a video of, and I don't even think you knew this, Lay and Flau'jae had a high school game. When they were in high school, Flau'jae pulled up I want to say it was in South Carolina. Flau'jae pulled up to play, but I watched the game. Flau'jae ended up winning the game, but I left YouTube saying I don't know how to say either one of them young ladies' names, but I need to know what their names is. How you say their names? Because they're gonna be starred. I ain't playing. That's how I walked away from the video. I said, what's their name? Somebody tell me who they are, because they can ready to be something. Dynamic player.
They ain't prove you wrong. They ain't prove you wrong.
Hey, listen, both of them dynamic. Both of them, you know, in their own right. You know what I mean? Have something that they're gonna offer at the next level. You know, then she got to Paris. Then she got to Paris, and it was like, Magic tweeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic tweeting. Wow. But let's talk play. Let's really kind of like really get in here and like look at like who Milaysia is. Let's meet Milaysia. Listen, varsity as a 7th grader is wild, like you said. 6 seasons, 4 state titles, over 3,000 points.
Crazy.
And they
crazy.
rewrote the rules around that kid.
Hold on, Seth. I don't think people know how big. How many points?
Over 3,000.
Hey, it says a lot of people don't know this, but I got a basketball right there. I only had 1,700.
Hey,
you get a basketball for says anybody who play high school basketball know this. You get a basketball just for scoring 1,000 points. Like your basketball goes in the trophy case in the hallway.
She got 3 of them things. She got one to say 3,000, 3 of them. I don't know how it works. If they give you another 1,000 if they give you one every time you get 1,000, because I ain't get 1,000, Prince. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't get 1,000, but I had a good time playing the game. I ain't getting no 1,000 though. But let me tell you something. Varsity is 7th grade. I'm still my mind's still blown at varsity is 7th grade.
Yeah.
I remember where I was playing in 7th grade, pal. I was on the PAL circuit, Police Activity League. We I ain't gonna hold you up. I went to a junior high that had a team that I played in the city where they only had a PAL tournament. You practice to play in a 2 or 3 day tournament in middle school. So if you didn't get moved up to go play high school, you didn't get to play JV till like 8th, 9th grade. Like, you know, some people come from programs where they got a, 7th, 8th grade, they got a 9th grade team, junior varsity. We didn't have that type, especially not for the girls back in my day. So, I'm like, yo, Don Staley was looking at you in 7th grade. Ooh.
Crazy.
Because I couldn't imagine Pat Summitt pulling up to see somebody play in the 7th grade back in my day. Because that would have been the equivalent of Big Drip pulling up, Pat Summitt pulling up. 4-time SCBCA Player of the Year. And a 3-time I got her at 4. SCBCA Player of the Year. My bad. All USA Today team 2023. McDonald's All-American. ESPN top recruit. Like,
hey, sis, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How many? Because she got offered at South Carolina in the 7th grade, right? Mm-hmm. So how many times do you think Dawn Staley watched her and was like, because I know how recruiting works, right? Like, I remember coaches coming to my games like, do you think Dawn Staley came to one game and was like, nah, I got to get her? Or do you think it was multiple show-ups? Because it's 7th grade. So I'm pretty sure Dawn Staley, I'm pretty sure didn't see her in 6th grade. So I'm in my head, I'm like, how many times do you think Dawn Staley seen her before she offered?
So here's the thing. I think she's seen her a couple times, but I'm even more impressed with how many times did she hear about her? Because how many times did you have to hear about a 7th grader before you be like, let me stop what I'm doing up here at college, drive past the high school and see what's going on here with the 7th grader, right? How many times you had to hear about this?
I'm just wondering how.
And you Hooper. You're a hooper like me. So once you see a player you like, you going back to see him again. Every chance you get.
Sess, so I don't know, Sess. I think she's seen her one time. I'm
she might have offered her. She might have offered her off one time, but she didn't stop watching after one time.
Oh, she didn't stop watching her. Yeah.
You got to see more of
that. Has any of them ever spoke about that recruitment process?
The only thing that I heard Lay say, which I thought was really interesting in her homegrown video, was that nobody recruited her. So Lay didn't have she didn't have a recruitment. So that was the other thing that was interesting about the transfer portal, was that she had never been recruited. She said people were just assumed she was going to South Carolina, so they didn't reach out. So this kid with all of this talent didn't get a chance to, go to see other schools. They didn't reach out like that because they felt like she was already locked in, and that's why I thought that her approach to the transfer portal would have been a bit different. I expected Lay to take a lot of visits, even if she was going to end up at LSU. Just enjoy the fact of seeing what people feel like your value is. That's what I thought. That's how I thought she would spend the summer sun.
How long was she in the portal?
The rumors here and there. They say the way they tell the story is like she was in the portal a few days before we knew, and that she went in the portal knowing that she was going to LSU.
Okay.
I mean, but when you that type of talent, you pretty much go in the portal, kind of, I think, knowing where you're going. But to me, I was like, shoot, even if you know where you're going, get some vacation time, go and see some of these other schools, see some of these other places on their dime. Because I just realized this year that they pay you to come on the visit. You get a You get a little change to go on the visit. I don't know if people know that. Like,
look, they pay for your hotels. Look, your hotels, all your food, all of that. Yeah.
Your people, when you're on an official visit. Now, this other thing too, and me and Rob the Man talked about this. People don't realize there's different levels of offers. So in seventh grade, Prince, do you think it was that official offer, or was it that, hey, I'd like to have you come down to a camp kind of offer? Come on down to a South Carolina camp, or was it, hey kid, as soon as you ready, we got pick your dorm room?
I think it was soon as you ready, we got your dorm room.
Okay. Is she that
I think it was because Dawn Staley seems like a person who don't miss on recruitment. Like, she don't miss. Like, has there ever been a player in Dawn Staley's recruitment where you was like, nah, Dawn, that one ain't panning out for you? Like, I don't know about that one.
No, not for me. Not for me. It's been something that's been like, dang, Dawn, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, it's been more surprises than flops, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Dawn Staley seen something that could fit her system and was like, nah, let me get her wrapped up.
And I think the players that have come to the system and transferred out, had their reasons. And I don't think it was Dawn Staley or their system.
But it wasn't on talent, though. It wasn't because of talent. It wasn't because of talent. No. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think Dawn Staley seeing her talent and was like, nah, let's go ahead and get her dorm, put the yellow tape on it. Nobody go to this dorm room. She come in here 5 years. Nobody touch that dorm. We're going to clean it once a month for you.
It's going to be ready for it. If you want to come by and check on it, all that. Let's talk about that freshman year. The freshman year was fire. I mean, she hit the big stage running. I mean, like it was her playground. I mean, that's how you come in and be a hometown hero. I think she had 23 double-digit scoring games.
Yeah.
Led the team in scoring 11 times. The passes, they couldn't even handle them at first. Prince couldn't handle them. SEC tournament MVP. That was a big deal for me because that was like, I'm here. SEC. If the SEC is the best one out here, I'm the most outstanding player at this tournament. So that means I'm one of them ones. If you didn't know it before, you know it now. I'm one of them ones. So they'll say it was a loaded roster and all of that. Okay. What did you think about that first year, that freshman season?
Her freshman season, because like I said, like I had been up on her since I started hearing about her in 7th grade. So her freshman season didn't actually surprise me because I watched her senior year of high school and I felt like her game is going to translate to what college women do at this point in time. It was kind of like up and down, a lot of like quick dynamic scoring, change of pace. That what she was great at. So I felt like everything she could do that was her like positive attributes would translate to college basketball because that's how most of the women kind of like score, like trying to get downhill quick. It's not a lot of bully ball kind of thing. She's a finesse player. So people looked at it. A lot of people don't know how to differentiate like how women score versus men scoring. Like they look at like the smaller players because they think of like small NBA players or college players, be like, nah, they ain't gonna be able to get this off or get that off or go through this. That's not how women score. Women score more finessely, quick, a lot of 2 dribble pull-ups, a lot of getting to their spot. They not really backing you down for 10 seconds in the play clock, you know? So I felt like what she did in high school could translate to any team because she's quick, dynamic, great change of pace. You can't guard her with one person kind of player. So I wasn't shocked, honestly. I was happy that she came into the SEC, which at that time was arguably still the best defensive league in women's college basketball and still is to this day, right? So she came in like she went into a situation where there weren't a lot of dynamic defensive guards or a lot of dynamic profile professional future athletes she was playing against. Again, at this time, Angel was still at LSU. I mean, you know, like they played some juggernauts her freshman year, and she showed up and showed out. So it ain't like she just came in, they had a weak schedule. Like, nah. So what she did in her freshman year was honestly impressive on all levels. And I thought she would continue to elevate, but there was a kind of like a dip there, and I know we'll get into that later.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But since you had the benefit of being able to watch her like from 7th grade on up, what do you think she's grown the most in from that time to that freshman year in South Carolina?
I think her understanding she don't gotta attack the basket every play. I think her ability to continue to grow in how she should be scoring. And again, a lot of people will say like her points per game didn't really go up dramatically. And if you know Dawn Staley's system, averaging double digits is a win. Like, because it's not a yo ball, see goal kind of system. It's we're gonna get the ball to the right person, we're gonna run it through the big, we're gonna play high low 65% of the game. Like your shooters are just there sometimes to just spread the floor. If they're open, the 4 to 5 sees them, kick it out to them. But other than that, it's kind of like get downhill, play high low basketball, play smart basketball, don't turn the ball over kind of basketball. And again, she kind of got that hibachi to her. So sometimes you can struggle not being able to get into your bag per se, being able to play in a team system. So that's an area of the game that she still kind of like needs to figure out how to play team basketball at a high level. Like that, and again, people will be like, well, she's dynamic, elite scorer. It's levels to it though. It's like, how can my skill check translate into I'm going to be a top 2 reason we win the championship kind of play style, and she has the ability to do that. It's just her figuring out what that looks like.
So when you say that, is that kind of like playing within the system? Because I think when we talk about Lay, you talked about it was dynamic basket after dynamic basket. Like you were it. She was Milaysia, the offense Fulwiley. Like she was the, I don't know, from 7th grade through the finish. So now, and I think that's one of the reasons we see like a transfer like a Tanaya Latson. She's coming from being able to kind of do her own thing at Florida State now to come in to play within the system, right? And so I thought that's what was kind of cool for Lay, was that now she would be in a system, because I think, and you played at a pro, at a pro level, you got paid to play. So I think at the pro level, it's more important not to show that you're a dynamic scorer as much as you can play within the system and be what we ask you to be. And so I think that's why South Carolina players find success routinely at the next level. When you think about Lay's game, and playing in the system and being a dynamic scorer, do you feel like LSU is a place that will allow her to elevate her game in that space?
That's the tricky part, because her ability to get downhill is like one of her strongest suits. But if you watch Kim Mulkey's system over the years, even coming from Baylor with BG and to Dejanay them, like Kim Mulkey doesn't really play a downhill kind of basketball style. She likes to play high wing ISOs. She likes to play elbow pick and rolls where you got a flasher, the flasher not there, you shoot. So I think for Milaysia going into an LSU system, she's going to have to work on her catch and shooting, and she's going to have to work on understanding how to run an offense. Like I that's one thing I want people to pause on. Malaysia is going to have to change her game to be in this offense and flourish. She's going to have to learn. I know she came out of high school with kind of like that combo guard, point guard versus shooting guard, kind of like position. She's going to flourish in this system, Seth. She's going to have to find out how to be a point guard. She's
Okay,
going to
so
have to find out how to be a point guard.
You see Leia as the point guard in this system.
She got to be. She has to be the point guard in this system because at this point in Flau'jae's career, I don't want her running that high pick and roll. And MK can run it, but I don't want her doing that either. I want MK kind of in her bag. I think that's where she will flourish at the best, playing off of Milaysia and off of Flau'jae. I just think that Kim Mulkey kind of runs like a slow, stagnant system. And if she's going to be on the floor, she's going to have to be able to run a half-court offense effectively. And how she can do that is by her with the ball in her hands, being a point guard, making the right play-making decision, whether it be her scoring or her getting it to an open shooter or her catching the woman on the roll, right? Like, that's where she's going to flourish. So I think Fulwiley's assists need to go up. I think if Fulwiley averages 4 assists, she's in the right system. If she can get to 4 assists, she's in the right system.
4 assists, okay, 4 assists. That's okay. Well, we talking about it now, and I don't want to pass this up. Like, I do want to make sure that I call out that Lay is growing as a brand as well. So, Curry brand, definitely. Red Bull, Into It, Mr. Seafood. Listen. The kid is a star, rock star. Been to the SBs, and her brand is going up. But we started. Now we finna really get into it because you say she need 4 assists. Yeah. One of the things that I look at with Lay all the time is, and I look at it with all the players because I think, especially with my Gamecocks, is because I feel like when you look at their points, rebounds, assists, you're like, it's okay. But I think it's kind of a disservice. At times, I think it's better to look at kind of like what their per 40 would be. Lay's per 40 is more like 24 points, 5 rebounds, 6 rebounds, the 4 assists. So it goes to say the longer she's on the floor, the more these numbers go up. But I'm surprised that you want to change that SG to a PG for this LSU offense. So do you have Milaysia starting as the point guard at LSU right now, or do you have Milaysia coming off the bench to start the season?
I think because, again, like you just alluded to, like her star power, what she's done in the SEC, winning championships, I think she would have stayed at South Carolina if she wanted to come off the bench. That's just me thinking of, she's won championships there. She got a great relationship with Dawn Staley, hometown kid. I think if she was like 100%, I want to come off the bench, I'll just stay where I'm at. I got
a question.
I think LSU gave her a realistic chance. I think behind the scenes, her and her team had a conversation with Kim about what's the plan for her, because that's how it works. You have a conversation on, hey, what's the plan for Malaysia if we gonna come here? What's the plan off the court and on the court? Not just on the court. See, Seth, a lot of people miss that part. Off the court too. What's the plan for?
Do you think it was more of an on the court decision than it was about it off the court? Because a lot of people think it's about money. For me, my thing with the transfer is this: because she can. I don't know why until she say why. Other than that, because she can. So, but I will say this though, Zoe, for everything that they have said, right? For what I heard Dawn say, for what I read, and the way Dawn has handled her team, I believe it was made very clear to Milaysia what she needed to do to be a starter. And I think it was made very clear to Milaysia what she needed to do to be a starter from the end of her freshman season. And I thought Lay had a very great chance of starting this season. I thought she would start this season. If I thought that she would put. I should say, I felt like she would put in the work to be a starter on the floor with Raven and Tanaya. Like, I didn't feel like
what is Tanaya playing though?
What does Tanaya bring?
No, I'm saying Tanaya. What is she playing for SC? Is she the 3 or the 2?
I think it's interchangeable.
Because I can't again. Maybe Fulwiley sat down with her team and was like, "What's the realistic chances of me, Latson, and Raven Johnson in the backcourt together? Of me flourishing? Like, what's the realistic chances of that?" And it's funny because she's going into a backcourt with MK and Flaugier.
And so that's what I'm saying. When I look at her, and when I look at Milaysia, for who I think that Milaysia Fulwiley is, whether she's a Gamecock or LSU Tiger, I'm not gonna front like she wasn't my favorite freshman. I chose Leia over Juju. I chose Leia over all of them, and I said that young lady right there changes basketball at every level she's played at. She's still that player just because she has LSU on the front of her jersey. Yeah. I can't deny that. So she's still that player. So what are the chances? The chances are how hard you're gonna work. The chances are, like, do you want to? Milaysia Fulwiley can do whatever she wants to do in basketball because that's what her gift is. Her ceiling is higher than any of them players.
So Sess, I think Kim Mulkey gave her a handicap versus Dawn Staley. I think she gave her a handicap.
Okay. That's fair.
I think because again, like we just talked about, both of the back courts are kind of similar as far as like who gonna have the ball. Like MK and Flaugier gonna have the ball at times. Latson and Raven Johnson gonna have the ball at time because Raven runs the offense. Latson is probably gonna be your highest point per game scorer, so she gonna get a lot of shots up. And same thing with LSU. MK gonna have the ball a lot in ISO. Flaugier gonna have the ball a lot and kind of move off the ball kind of offense. So I think Kim gave her a handicap over Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley probably gave her a list of things like ... You need to complete to get a certain amount of minutes and be with this unit. And Kim said, you need to do ... and we got you.
I get that. But here's the other thing that I'll say. Leigh had already played with Raven and Tanaya. They played AAU together. They had already won together. All of them, plus Joyce, plus Ashlyn, had played, from what I understand, AAU together. So when they asked Leigh about what does Tanaya Latson mean to come into this team, it means another undefeated season. It means another championship. That's what she said. So I don't think it was about Tanaya. I don't think it was about Tanaya at all. I don't think Leigh was pressed about Tanaya. Here's the thing that
Me neither. Again, I think it was what the coaches needed her to do to be in the starting lineup. I don't think it had nothing to do with the player.
Okay, I can see that. And what you said, like, hey, do you want to do 7 things to start, or you want to do 2 things to start? I don't know why she left. Where I'm at now is, regardless of why she left, where she's supposed to end up at the end of the season is in the championship game, because that's who she is. Can she get LSU as currently constructed there? That part I don't know. I'm afraid that Leigh could get bored with the cupcake schedule.
Yeah.
Flaugier already has said she kind of was bored playing cupcake schedule, playing these teams. Man, I'm ready to play some real hoop. But if they're not undefeated and everybody averaging the big three averaging between 22, 24, 25 points at the beginning of January, has this been successful?
It hasn't been. It is not successful because, again, once you win a championship, especially as a freshman, and you come in with that kind of hype, like you mentioned, even the all-court stuff, that plays into people's perception of you as well. She's a Curry brand athlete, along with AZ Fudd, right? So AZ Fudd's winning championships, and she was the first Curry brand athlete. So we expect you to continue to progress and win multiple championships, right? And again, it's kind of like New York Liberty when they got Stewie, right?
Mm-hmm.
The moment you get Stewie coming off of winning the championship with Seattle, what does that translate to? Everywhere you go moving forward, opportunity at a championship should follow. So her going to LSU, opportunity of a championship should follow. And she can't. And says this is the big piece to this now that a lot of people are not talking about. She can't be the reason they don't win the championship.
What? If she's not, if Milaysia is the reason that they don't get to the championship, she's the fault. That's the scapegoat right there.
That's what I'm saying. So Fulwiley got a lot of pressure. See, Seth.
Wait. Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this, though, because is it my responsibility or the person that got a championship for y'all already? See, I came here with a championship from somewhere else. Flau'jae, what you was supposed to do?
Exactly.
You got a championship as a freshman too, senior.
Yeah.
So
That's why I say
whose fault is it gonna be? Whose fault would it be if they don't?
Look, Seth. It can't see. She can't. It can't be. The pressure is you can't have these 7 things you don't want to do, and you want to do these 2 things only, and get handicapped in your play style, and don't bring your championship pedigree along with you, even though this team does have championship head coaching and championship players still on the roster. You can't. The only thing is, but now that adds pressure to her because you left what you built over here with your head coach in your hometown to go to your basically rival in your division, and you get 2 things that you got to do. Now you got more pressure to win because you can't have the worst thing that can happen to Fulwiley is, says, an article comes out that she's bad for the locker room, right, during the regular season, or an article comes out from a reporter saying she didn't want to get along with the players and ruin their chances at a championship. That's two things she can't have happen going to a new situation from which you came from. That's 2 things you can't have happen. So she, behind the scenes, mentally, she might have a lot of pressure on her to be a reason that they get over the hump. Because that's been the thing the last 2 years. They haven't got over the hump. The Kim Mulkey said she was their biggest offseason signing because of what she can bring to the team to get them to that point, right? They didn't just bring her here to win some regular season games.
I'm seeing folks saying Kim Mulkey is already on record saying she doesn't know if Milaysia starts.
I tell people this all the time, says. I don't care. Look here, man. I gotta see y'all some of my college interviews. Look here, says. I don't care what I tell people this all the time. I don't care what Angel Reese says. I don't care what Asia Wilson says. I don't care what Kathy Engelbert says. I don't care what the commissioner for the NCAA says at a press conference. Their actions mean everything to me. I don't care what people. Kim Mulkey is supposed to come out and say that because you're coming into a new situation where your backcourt, you got Kim Mulkey got the #1 recruiting class. She's not going to say Fulwiley is coming here to start after she's just came off the bench. Fulwiley hasn't been a 4-year starter for her to be plotted into that role. She's coming off the bench. You got the #1 recruiting class, and you got a stacked backcourt with MK and Flau'jae. You're not going to go in the press and say, oh, Fulwiley's coming here to start. Even though behind the scenes, the agreement has probably already been made.
Listen, Fulwiley better start. And here's my thing. Here's why. Here's why. This is why Fulwiley has to start. Prince, because of this. Kim don't start freshman. So it ain't no way you bringing in, what you got? 6 freshmen coming in?
6 freshmen, and 3 of them guards, and 3 of them backcourt players.
So, yeah, she got to start. She better start. You can't go sit on the bench behind you as a former SEC tournament most outstanding player can't go sit on the bench behind some freshmen that ain't played in the SEC before.
No.
But you said that she needed to learn to be a point guard. What I love about this situation for Lay is that I think if she attacks this thing right, it gives her an opportunity to really show how she's matured. It gives her an opportunity to show her leadership. It gives us an opportunity to see her want to consistently play defense. Like, those are the things that I think that she can really show up and do here, right? Those are the things, like, how does she lead these next freshmen coming in and ain't gonna get to play? Because I think one of the things that LSU is missing is a leader. I don't think that they've had a real vocal leader since Angel left. Can Lay be all of those things to get them to the championship? I don't know. We didn't ask that of her. When I look at what Dawn had to say in some interviews, what Dawn said in the book, it's a great opportunity for Lay to show us some maturity and to show where she's grown. I love the way that she's shown up. Lay look like she's in shape. She looked like she's ready to play. But how she fits into what LSU did last year and takes them to the next level, we got to talk about because they also lost some things, Prince.
Yeah.
So this is what the Tigers looked like last year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 31-6 record. I mean, cupcake schedule, but you still got to go out there and play the game, right? Because
Yes.
it's college basketball. I didn't see D2 schools beat D1 schools. It's college basketball. You still got to go there and play. I mean, to me, LSU underachieved last year. Honestly, like they underachieved. So yes, they was ranked 8th, but they should have been a top 5 school last year. Like anything outside the top 5, they underachieved last year because of the coach, the coaching staff, the players that they brought back, the veteran players, the championship players they brought back. Like they underachieved last year, even though they was ranked 8th. Even when it comes to the tournament, I mean, they didn't. You losing Anissa Morrow, right? You losing her rebounding and her scoring. She led the team in steals.
Samaya Smith gone.
See, this is, and again, if you look at Dave Wilson, right? There was literal people on Twitter saying she don't know what she's doing with the ball in her hands, turning it over, not running offense, right? All of that stuff, right? Fulwiley can take the burden of really running the offense because again, Kim Mulkey runs a easy system. Like I think a lot of people don't understand how simple Kim Mulkey's system is. That's why sometimes in the March Madness it catches up to him. Kim Mulkey runs a 1985 system. It's get the ball. All we got to do is get the ball past half court, pin down screen on your left wing, or high curl on your right wing. That's what we run. Once you get it on the wing, if Anissa or when Angel Reese was there, if they got somebody pinned down, you get it inside. If not, you swing it back top. Kim Mulkey runs a very simplistic system. That's why talented players flourish in her system because she runs a simplistic system. There isn't a lot of installs. There isn't a lot of variables to it. It's bang, 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 not there, reset. You know what I'm saying? Like some coaches will have certain systems where you got this backdoor screen. If this shot not here, you got to go set this screen. If this pass not here, now you go open this person up to get the ball on top of the key. Like it's a very simplistic system. So it's Fulwiley's job to lose. If she can command the offense, bring some of that leadership Dawn Staley probably instilled in her, right? From South Carolina, of we take every game serious because every game matters. And let me ask you this, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch LSU play last year, do you think they took every game serious because they were preparing for March Madness? Just simple yes or no. When you watch them play, or you think they knew it was a cakewalk and they were just like next game?
No, I don't think they took it serious, but I think that comes from top down. Kim Mulkey didn't take it serious. Remember, Kim told us. Kim told us I ain't worried about the turn. Kim said I'm winning enough games to host. I don't care nothing about your conference tournament. No, that's for matter of fact. Kim said that's for 6 through 8. We don't care nothing about that.
Kim, but did Dawn Staley do that? No.
But there's a different standard. There's a different standard and there's a different expectation. You know, like you come to South Carolina because you want to be developed. Kim Mulkey has said, I don't develop. I'm here to win 20 games a year and get a chip. I'm trying to get to the Final Four. You get me to the Final Four. I'm not here to help you get to the WNBA. I'm here to help LSU win championships. And she develops, in her own way from there.
But like you mentioned earlier, Fulwiley is in her 3rd season. she gotta bring some of that with her, even if it's challenging Kim Mulkey. Do you think, because again, you watch all Fulwiley games, being a Dawn Staley in South Carolina alumni. I call you an alumni. And certain people, I just call them alumni. So do you think Fulwiley can challenge Kim Mulkey on some of these relaxed games of just go out there and get this game over versus trying to perfect our craft for the bigger picture?
I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because what I want to see is what is Lay's response the first time Kim kicked that foot, spin around.
Yeah.
Don goes
slam the clipboard in front of her.
Yeah, slam the clip. What is that response? We've heard Don talk about it, and this is where, like I said, this is where Lay's maturity. She gets a chance to show us that maturity. I hope that Lay is at a point now where not that she barks back, but she uses her voice more, and it doesn't shut her down. Like Drip talked about, I had to get on Lay. If I'd have did that 2 months ago, she wouldn't have been able to come back from that. She talked about in her book, hey, I got to pull Lay to the side and correct there, and not in the moment sometimes, because she's going through her journey to get to a point where she could take that. So where I'm at now is Lay was in a position where you had a coach that people would say was coddling, but I think what Dawn did was she didn't let bad tape get out on you, and she put herself in front of players because she knows what the pros are looking at. I don't know that Kim will do that, and so I hope that Lay is ready to take on that responsibility, and then not to let the bad body language and all of that show up in the game, and then pour back into those younger people. So that's a lot to put on Lay's shoulders. That's a lot to put on her shoulders, but I'm counting on her to get it done. You like Don said, you came in there and you said, I'm thinking about in the transfer portal. You thinking or I know. Then you know what you're stepping into. You leaving home now. You can always come back home, but you done left home now. Hey, you ain't in Kansas no more, Toto. You got to get out there and bring this thing home. Can you partner with Michaela? And can you partner with Flau'jae and Koval? Do you even feel confident with the people that you're going into war with now?
Now, again, this as playing basketball. Everybody's she don't got to come into the situation being like super vocal, right? Like rubbing elbows the wrong way. Like she don't got to come in it being super vocal. What she can do is, this is the first thing she can do that she can take from Dawn Staley and whatever Dawn Staley instilled in how she coached her players. The first practice. Nah, we ain't just coming down court just shooting a shot. Nah, let's get the best play out of this shot. That's things that she can take from Dawn Staley and bring to LSU. When Flau'jae comes down court and just jacks up a shot when Kim trying to call a play, she can go to Flau'jae and be like, hey, next time down, let's get through the play because it's gonna benefit us down the line.
And they take that from her because why? Because she's late, because she's a champion. Why?
All of that. And look at Seth.
So do you think? Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that Flau'jae wasn't? Do you think that Flau'jae wasn't doing that because she got the same credentials, a former champion, brand? Do you think that Flau'jae didn't do that as the leader last year? Well, I don't know.
No, because it's a fact. It's not conjecture. It is a fact. Kim Mulkey pulled Flau'jae out of multiple games for not going with the script. Multiple games. There's even been press conferences on why the conversation happened multiple times. So again, Seth, Flau'jae respects Dawn Staley. So she's going to look at Flau'jae and say, she'll take some of what Flau'jae says and says, Dawn Staley must have taught her that. I don't think she'll look at. This is the great thing.
Respect. I got you. No, Flau'jae respect Dawn. I got you.
Yeah. This is the thing. Okay. This is the thing that Fulwiley can do without being vocal, leading by example through actions, because those players know what system she came from. So every move they see her make, in their head, they're going to say, Dawn Staley instilled that in her. Every decision she makes, that's why she has a lot of pressure as well of how she goes in there and move. Not just about the stats in the championship, but how she conducts herself in the first team meeting, in the first practice, on road trips, before games, walkthroughs, film studies. How she conducts herself is going to determine how they view her as part of the leadership of that team. Not by what she says in her play, because before a ball is even rolled out there, they're going to have 12 different film studies. They're going to have 20 different practices. They're probably already worked out together already. I mean, a lot has going on behind the scenes that we haven't seen. So her movement.
Oh, wait. I ain't going to let you get away with that. You think LSU got an off-season program?
Flaw J gotta get with Fulwiley and be like, "What are we doing?"
Oh, okay. You think they might have just got together at the gym? Because I don't see now. Like South Carolina got Final Four Fridays. I seen ADR talking about, "Hey, our off-season workout just finished." I didn't see. Y'all let me know. LSU. I keep asking y'all, who is y'all? I know who Molly Benetti is. Who is y'all strength and conditioning coach? Who is developing y'all? Who does Kim turn y'all over to in the summer to get y'all right?
Again, hey, you transferred. What? You got to know what you're getting yourself into.
But that's something that Lake could bring. She remember what she did last summer.
Hey, what Dawn Staley always says, I'll take the spotlight because they're working.
I like it.
I'll take the media abuse because they're working on their game for the next level.
They're working.
So Fulwiley again and I'm interested to see if a reporter, her first interview with the reporters during a practice or during a shoot around, I'm interested to see if a reporter asks her what she did this offseason with her LSU teammates. That's the question I'm waiting on. That's going to let me know what she's going to bring to LSU. That question right there. Not the other stuff, because it starts in the beginning, Sess. You're a new teammate, but you come in with baggage. Good baggage.
Yeah.
You come in with Louis Vuitton baggage. Not that suitcase from Walmart.
Hey, what? Hey, I'm bringing my luggage and it's Louis. I'm bringing my luggage. It's Louis. That's what Prime say. I'm bringing my luggage and it's Louis, baby. Look, yeah. Long range shooting, dribble drive, free throw conversion, ISO, 2 dribble, layup package, disruptive defender, positive versatility. Just her overall athleticism, like all strengths. Weaknesses, all up here. All 1, 2.
Hey, look, Seth. Do you see all the weaknesses? It's not talent. Everything, all her weaknesses.
It's all maturity stuff. That's just all maturity stuff. That's just Lay growing up. And so that's why I said this is a great opportunity. I'm excited to see what Lay does. How you walk in here. Because I remember how you walked in CLA. Now I want to know how you walk into PMAC when your girls is across the way. I know, because I'm looking forward to February 14th too. When you look around and it's you and Flage and MK Dub and K Koval, and you look at them across the way, and it's Tanaya, and it's Raven, and it's Joyce, and it's Chloe, and it's Miriam, and it's Adele. I want to see how you lock in the league and go hunting and go to work versus them. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I love the fact that we're going to be looking at all 14 of the players of these young ladies that got signed to Unrivaled, because we're going to get to break down each of them and how they're going to be able to level up. And the good thing about this situation is both Big Foe and Lay are at Unrivaled. I hope that they playing together. I hope that they practicing together. But to me, the pictures I seen with Lay, she was like with Tanaya or somebody.
Yeah. I mean,
So
she the best
and so let me ask you
advice.
this. I gotta ask
Yeah,
you this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I ask you, especially because you played at pro level, way higher levels than me. Coming into this team, should Milaysia be coming in like, "Hey, it's my team," or should Flau'jae and MK be meeting her at the door saying, "Hey, we turning this thing over to you"?
I don't think it needs to
Or
be
should they try to run it together?
Yeah, I again, you got to combine what you just said, right? It got to
Okay.
be, it has to be a collective agreement between the three of them of let's go meet her not at the door, at the airport.
Okay.
You driving back to again, I'm from New Orleans, so a lot of people think LSU is in Baton Rouge. It's actually not. They just do that for marketing reasons. It's in Gonzales. Look, you go and hit that airport, and Gonzales Airport is in Shreveport.
Okay.
So you going, you meet her at the airport. You driving to Gonzales, and on that ride to Gonzales, y'all three need to have a heart-to-heart conversation about what this system and unit looks like and how we can make this work. Because Fulwiley is too talented to leave out of this conversation of the unit, but MK, another player, is too talented to leave out of this conversation. And Flau'jae is the older statesman of this unit. So that's why I say there has to be a collective. Like, we have to figure out on any given night who we're going to lean on to get us home. Because LSU is going to be a talented team, right? It's not about the first half. It's not about the start of the second half. It's about who's leading us to take us home. They're going to be in most games. It's going to be Fulwiley, we down 10, we need you to go.
So,
Flau'jae, we down 10, we need you to go.
I got a question for you. Because Rob brought this up. They lost about 5 games, I think, last year in the SEC. We talked about the rebounding that they lost, and the steals that they lost, and the defense that they lost, and the length that they lost. Is Lay enough to recover all of that? Can Lay make that up? Do you see them losing 5 more games? Like, where do you see them finishing in the SEC? Like, seriously, like, no Morrow. And to some people said that they feel like Morrow was the SEC Player of the Year last year.
Yeah. I mean, Texas still gonna be there, right? Because Matty Book came back. Most of their squad came back. South Carolina gonna be there,
and
right?
they added to it. Oklahoma got better.
That's basically your top 2 teams, right? South Carolina and Texas, your top 2 teams, right?
No, you can't forget about Tennessee. Tennessee just bought in the photos.
See,
yeah.
I was getting to that.
You can't forget about.
It's gonna come down to those 2.
Don't forget about
those 2.
Oh, wait a minute! Don't you forget about Ole Miss and Cody. Don't put your hands on me, McMahon, down there with Coach Yo. Yeah,
I don't like I don't like what they got coming off the bench. I looked at their roster.
But here's the thing.
I don't like
here's the thing. We could not like what they got coming off the bench, but they went to PMAC and beat Kim without offense. They didn't even have the thing everybody said about Ole Miss last year was they don't even got no offense. They went into PMAC and beat Kim without no offense. Now Kim got to come down. See, that's the other thing. Where these games get played at? Some of these games in the PMAC, some of these games on the road. Now you got to go down and you got to go to Ole Miss. Texas, you got a home and home with Texas this year. ADR wait again.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss is in
there in Vandy.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think Vandy is a year away. I think they're a year away. I wouldn't be surprised though. See that third spot, Seth. I got Tennessee and LSU with that third spot, but I'm kind of with you. I got to see how the season starts. I got to see how Cody looks with this team. I got to see how they integrate.
I know Flau'jae didn't play in the PMAC. The other thing, so you got Auburn. I don't know how they're gonna be, but I got so much respect for that coach because you don't come out of HBCU and get a head coaching job in the SEC unless somebody got a whole lot of respect for you. So Auburn gonna make some noise.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Cody comes in, take them over the top, and gets them into that conversation of who's the team
And
to beat in the SEC.
I know you saying,
outside of
I know you
Texas
saying,
and SC.
I know you saying Vandy a year away, but remember, Vandy bought Jack from Texas and ADR up there. And Michaela, no breaks, Blakes.
I know, but is Michaela going in the draft next year?
Michaela who? Blakes?
Yeah.
No, Michaela Blakes is a sophomore.
That's what I'm saying. Is
But I'm saying
anybody on that team touted to be in the draft?
I don't know. I don't think they got anybody graduating. But I got Vandy. I got ADR and them beating LSU when they come to Vandy.
Now, how old is ADR? Because I did look at a mock draft and they had her in the draft.
Before they killed her basketball love in LSU, the kid she was top 25 ESPN, is that right? At least
Yeah.
So now she's in shape. She's smiling again. She ready to hoop. She got something to prove. SEC basketball gonna be real fun this year.
It will be. That's why I say, I think.
Here's the thing. I don't believe in Kate Koval. Y'all can't tell me Kate Koval got the foot speed to defend and hold down the 5 in the SEC, or
I didn't like that.
Or the physicality. And the other thing about Kate Koval is she can't catch no passes. You know how I know? Because Hannah Hidalgo told us. So how many of them passes? How many of them hot passes that lay throw into her center is Kate Koval finishing?
I didn't like that move.
I don't want to not like LSU. I like them. I like Flau'jae. I like MK. But when I look at the basketball makeup of this team, when I look at the height, when I look at the size that they bring, when I look at listen, I get y'all Lay, I get y'all MK, I get y'all Flau'jae. After that, it's a toss-up. Will Jada Richard get to play? And I know y'all like Knox. That's cool.
See, Sess, you know why I don't like the Koval move? Is because a lot of people, I call them stat sheet watchers. A lot of people are stat sheet watchers. If you watch Notre Dame, all Koval had to do was run the floor, and they was going to find her. All she had to do was stand under the rim. Know why? Because she had Citron and King on the perimeter. Like, she didn't have to do the extra. See, on this team, Koval going to have to do the extracurricular. She ain't going to be able to just stand there and the ball finds her. On Notre Dame, she didn't have to do the extracurricular. I played with bigs like her. I'm telling y'all, that move is going to come back to bite them. I've played my freshman year at Tulane. We had a big like her that was just paint presence, big body, couldn't get around her, couldn't get around them. He had wide shoulders, but didn't give us anything outside of just running the floor and getting ready to catch the ball.
They'd have been better giving Smiley Smith the $500,000 that Virginia gave her to me.
I don't understand. I'm lost. I don't understand what these fans, me and LSU, you know, I'm from Louisiana. I've been arguing with them for 5 months. I don't understand what they think she's going to give LSU. See, they're looking at Notre Dame's success and tying it to Koval and saying Koval came from a successful system too, so she going to help us as well.
You got to go back.
That's not how that works.
Y'all got to go back. It's a game very early in the season. I forget which game it was. Y'all know me. If you remember, tell me, because I know y'all remember. Hannah Hidalgo is walking off the court at halftime, and I said on the live, oh gosh, Koval is out of there. Hannah is done. Hannah said, I can't stand her. She keep missing all my passes. So that's when they stopped throwing the ball to Koval. That's the game. Hannah walked up, and the camera followed her. I said, oh God, oh yeah, Koval out of there. She might as well get in the transfer portal right now. Yeah, and then I watched her this summer. Prince, I watched her at 3X. She looked good, but she looked slow. That doesn't work in the SEC.
Yeah, she's not going.
If you slow it down, yeah. But 6'5", slow footed, they see you coming, honey. What you gonna do with 6'6" Medina Okot? Oh gosh.
See, that's why I think Kim Mulkey didn't really analyze the situation, right? Because like I said earlier, Kim Mulkey runs that 1985 high wing offense, get it down low every now and then if they can pin down right. But she keeps forgetting one thing. You got Fulwiley, you got Flau'jae, you got MK. They want to get out in open court. So yes, your offense is half court, but these are open court players. They not gonna be.
Can she adjust? Can she address? Can she adjust?
Let me say this, Seth. I give it by game 5. You gonna hear rumblings that Flau'jae and MK mad because she not getting down court fast enough. Watch. I guarantee you, the max game 10. You gonna start hearing rumblings, even from Kim probably, that the players are frustrated because she's not getting down court fast enough. I watch most of LSU. I watched most of LSU and Notre Dame games last year because I am the #1 Hannah Hidalgo fan. I was cooking people all summer long trying to talk about she was the reason they lost. Look,
we could talk about
Hidalgo. Why you think I didn't say that when you was talking about the King, the Caval versus the Hannah Hidalgo? Because it's facts. That's me agreeing with you by me not saying nothing. It's facts. I've watched, and I'm one of those people. My subscribers will tell you, Seth, I'm one of those people. Watch what the player's doing. Sometimes I watch how they looking. Hidalgo was visually and facially upset with her not getting back in transition with them. She would look back at her and have to slow the ball down and be visibly frustrated, waiting for her to get down court. You think Flau'jae and Fulwiley them about to do that?
No.
Says, you know how they say run them off the court? Fulwiley and Flau'jae is about to run her off the court.
Yeah. So now my next question is it Maya Joyner the answer? I'm gonna tell y'all no, because we seen her. Man, y'all can tell her. You can tell me about the 20 points she gave us, and I'm gonna ask y'all about what time of the game did she get them points. That's all I'm gonna ask y'all.
I think she can give you spurts. I think she'll help LSU in spurts. Like, she'll surprise you with a double-double game, right? She'll give you a 15-10 game, and then she'll probably give you a 8-7 game. And then she'll probably give you a 6 game. Like, it'll be spurts. And it depends on how Kim uses her. It'll be spurts. It'll be spurts. It'll be spurts. And I know people want to talk about Grace. I don't think she's ready yet.
Did she get off the floor, though? Did she get on the floor?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she's ready for Kim's system yet.
Okay.
As a big. See, this is another thing people got to realize. Kim's system is for veteran bigs. It's not for young bigs. That's why young bigs struggle to play in her system. It's not for it's for veteran bigs who are already established in their ways. That's why Anissa Morrow was the perfect fit for her system. That's why, like you mentioned earlier, ADR looks like a shell of herself. And she's looking better this summer because she's going to be in a different kind of rotation and system. So Grace, do I think she can catch up to speed and Kim be comfortable as a front court player, her getting meaningful minutes? No. Unless there was agreement during recruiting.
Okay, so now I got a question for you. It's a coach that's been there now. I think it'll be going on the second summer. When do we start to see like the impact of a Simone Augustus? Or do you think that Kim's not going to allow us to see that?
I don't think she'll allow you to see that because at the end of the day, I love Kim. I got her in my top 5 coaches all time. I love Kim, but she's a me coach, and she wants the camera to pan to her every time it goes to the bench. Again, she wears the colorful jackets because she wants to be noticed. It ain't because she's stylish. It's an ego thing. And that's okay. I'm a basketball player. I got an ego. Like, you can't tell me you better than me. You got to show me that. Like, everybody, when the sports is competition, the fire's rising, the testosterone is high levels, the estrogen is high levels. Kim is a former player, right? But that fire is still there as a head coach.
Of course.
She wants the article to be about her and what she did and how she looks on the sideline. I don't think she'll ever give Simone Augustus that limelight to be her. Because that's probably things Simone Augustus can help that team with, right? That she's probably not being vocal about.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I don't think you'll ever see the best Simone while Kim's there.
So let's get into. I like you had some comparisons. I wanted you to explain your comparisons and what you see here. When we talk about play style,
I mean,
let's talk play style.
Yeah. When we look at all of these college players, right? The main goal is to get where, sis?
To the league.
To the league. So now you got to start thinking how when you view these players, you got to start thinking about why a team would draft them, right? What kind of play style they need, what kind of player they resemble. So when you're watching them, you can start paying attention for, okay, I can see that. Okay, let me go watch her next season and pay attention to that. So Brittany Sykes, the newly acquired Seattle Storm guard, is a literal Fulwiley. Literal, every definition of the word offensively. Defensively, of course not, but offensively, the high level quickness, one dribble, you can get to the rim, quickness, the lateral side to side step quickness, the downhill scoring, getting to the rim, drawing defensive fouls, getting to the free throw line. And Fulwiley doesn't talk a lot, but if you watch her facial expressions, the tenacity, that grit that Sykes play with, she kind of has some of that in her too. She just isn't as vocal with it, right? And she doesn't get a lot of minutes, so you don't get to see a lot of heavy dosage of it. But when she gets in her bag, you see her mouth open, and you see them eyes get wide, and you see her pointing.
Lay gonna talk. Lay gonna talk. Yeah. Lay talk. Lay talk. She not a vocal leader, but she gonna talk. She gonna pop her ish. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get it up. That's
especially
like
if you challenge her. Especially if you challenge her. If she feels like the media is saying you better than her, you best believe you about to get Fulwiley.
Oh, listen. The thing about Lay, when you watch Lay, it's a couple things about Lay. When Lay sprinting down that side, and she to that corner three, she wants that pass coming off the break. When she don't get it, you can see the body language go down. Like, come on, man, you got to be able to hit her when she's in transition, because that's when she's most dangerous. And that's all she asks. She's not gonna be a selfish player. She'll work hard on defense, but reward her on the other end. When she make a play and she's sprinting out, you got to give it to her, because that's when she turns it up. Once she see a couple of them go, that's when she turn it up, and that's when she got you turned up, and then that's when you cooking. So you know what I mean, you just gotta know how to get laid locked in, and that I like the comparison. All of these players can be real fiery. They can be leaders. They can get after it. But she can be better than all of them.
She can. To me, when I was like watching her videos this week and kind of like figuring out the comparisons, I want people to know making these comparisons ain't easy. I gotta go back and watch their clips and see how they kind of mesh with her. Like, I gotta think about like players her size. That's how I kind of come on my comparisons. I think about how I gotta go back and see how they score, where they get their baskets at. So somebody will probably look at this and be like, Skylar Diggins, but she's a traditional point guard. It's not about that. When we think about comparisons, it's about teams and how can you utilize this player. And again, with Skylar Diggins, she's crafty at the rim, just like her, can score through contact, quick jump shot release, dynamic game pace, as far as being able to get downhill, 1-2 dribble pull up, get through a defense, dribble drive, kick penetration. Same thing with Kennedy Carter, the transition scoring, clutch gene. Both of them, neither of them, especially Kennedy Carter in college, wasn't afraid of taking the big shot. I mean, she was her team in college. A lot of people don't know that Kennedy Carter was that team.
Listen, you go back and watch Kennedy. Kennedy had a 3-ball too. They just forget.
Yeah, that too. Same thing with Kelsey Plum, the ISO scoring ability, that quick step back Fulwiley has that same quick like elbow step back where she just kind of jabs and just makes you get off balance and pulls up with that step back. The 2 dribble pull up where she just comes down in transition, bam, bam, shot. Even the downhill play style, whether it be facilitating, once she get downhill, the craftiness, the behind the bag moves, the see the ball, don't see the ball, watch me score kind of mentality. Kelsey Plum kind of has that as well.
Oh, like dunking on somebody in the PMAC this year.
Yeah.
She dunking on somebody this year. You didn't get one to CLA. I need to see the dunk in the PMAC then. But where will the defensive development come from for Lay? Because I think it's important for Lay to prepare to go into the WNBA, a terrific two-way player.
See, a lot of people get caught up on like a Sykes, right? Like a Sykes, great defensive player. She don't have to be Sykes on defense, because those kind of players, that's all energy and IQ for them. Like, it's not really just the quickness, it's the energy, the willingness, the mindset, the tenacity to want to play defense at a high level. It's not really the skill set, it's more of the mentality when it comes to defense. Oh, yeah. Offensively is the skill set. But she don't have to be a Brittany Sykes possible defensive player of the year kind of player. She just has to figure out a way to use her quickness on defense in a way that doesn't hurt the team. Like, Fulwiley don't gotta go out there, assess, and just shut somebody down or force them to take bad shots. No, they hit a shot, that's fine. As a coach, if I see you trying, if I see you moving your feet, if I see you attempting to stay in front of the player, taking a charge, getting on the ground for a loose ball, those things don't show up in the stat sheet, says. The coach, I just need to visually see it on film. I just need to visually see it on film of her doing the little things. This is what I see from Lay, though.
This is what I see from Lay, though. I see Lay pass on doing the little things to go for the big block or to go for the steal. I need you to pass up, just play defense. The big block and the steal will come if you just play the defense. And you see games where when her and Raven really locked in on defense, cookies, man, ain't nobody. Raven is either bringing her player to Lay so she get that little swipe at the ball while they trying to get to the basket, or other way around. And it's rip'ems, and we going the other way. Because when I want to, I can. And that's my thing with Lay. Milaysia can be a shutdown defender. Milaysia can guard 1 through 3 if she wants to. And that's my thing. Like, want to. Because when I'm looking at what sticks in the dub, gotta have it all. And my thing is, I want you to be the most polished product you can be when you finish at college. Does she finish college at LSU?
Yeah, I don't see. Unless Kim fleeced her and gave her a bill of goods with the recruitment, I see her finishing out her career at LSU. I don't see her moving to another stop. Again, her NIL bag won't probably get bigger than it is right now. So, I mean,
she LSU, have a monster year, Will.
Well, I'm talking about, like, as far as like going to another school. LSU got that bag, so they're gonna take care of you behind the scenes anyway. So you play better, you're gonna get more. You know what I'm saying? Your LSU's, Alabama's, like, they got that bag. They come in with that bag. You know what I'm saying? In the SEC, that's probably
NILSU. That's it.
Yeah. So they come in with that bag. Look, Sess, we the all-field state, man. Look, the national media might make y'all feel like Louisiana don't got money, but we the all-field state. It got big pockets in Louisiana that y'all know about. Huge, deep pockets. I'm
gonna tell you a secret about me. I went to school down south. I went to a HBCU. So one thing I learned about the South, just because they talk slow, they ain't stupid. There's a whole lot of money in the South. It's just in people. It just ain't in the bank. It's in the pillowcases and in the mattresses. You go. Listen, I live in Kentucky. You go up in them hollers too. It's money in there. It's money all over. It just, they just don't bring it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't bring it out for anything. They just don't bring it out for anything.
Look, they smart with it. They got 6 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Each of them got $1 million in their bank account, but it's their money.
Yeah, it's their money.
So they smart with it.
You will never know.
Yeah.
So I got some questions about Lay. What makes her handle and her first step so difficult to defend, even at the college level?
Quick first, because See, she has that knee-jerk quickness that you can't be taught because it's a body type. Like, she has a very fluid body type that gives her the ability to kind of move like she wants to. She's not stocky, long arms, agile movements. Like, I'm interested to see what she would run in a 40. I'm actually interested to see what Fulwiley would run in a 40. Like, quick first step. One thing, I was watching film on her that a lot of people don't talk about. I know we mention her IQ a lot, but on offense, at certain points, she's smarter than she gets credit for. And I'm about to tell you why. I've seen multiple times where she knows how to get a defender on her hip. Multiple times in videos. She'll literally jab step, take a right step, because she's trying to shoot from the left side. She'll take a right step, jab step, get you on her right hip, and go up. Like, she's very... I don't know who taught her that, because that's not something you kind of just learn. You got to be taught that and work on that, because it's patient.
I think that's a sessions. thing.
It's because that's a patience thing. I didn't learn how to do that till I got to college. I didn't do that in high school, like getting somebody on my hip and all of that. Like, that she's great at with that first step. That's going to take her to the next level, because at the next level, she's going to have bigger defenders. But if she can get them on her hip and use her quickness, she's going to be able to get her shot off and get to the rim. Absolutely. She has a great floater. That's another thing people don't talk about. You got players that, you ever hear that term says use every part of the rim?
Every part of the rim, yes.
Fulwiley uses every part of the rim. Every part of the rim. Front, side, back, let it bounce off the back, drop in. Like, she used every part of the rim.
She even used that square too. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Improvisation and creativity. One of my favorite parts about her offensive game. When you think about like just elite guards at the college level, I know who you got here for WNBA. Is there a college level guard that you would compare it to?
That's in college or that's been in college?
Yeah. In college. I mean, well, past or present. So but maybe didn't make it to the dub. Yeah.
So past Jewel Lloyd at Notre Dame.
Really?
Past Jewel Lloyd at Notre Dame. I've been doing this a long time.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at Jewel. You know me. Jewel on my list. Jewel on my list right now. Jewel on my list. Me and Gold Mamba, we figuring it out right now. I'm glad she's coming off the bench at Las Vegas.
I'm glad of that too. All right. We both Aces fans, so we already know what that is.
Yeah. What do you see in her footwork and body control that separates her in transition?
A lot of players again, that was a concerted effort, because a lot of quick guards don't have body control because they don't have to work on that, because they're usually not in positions where somebody's actually challenging their shot because their quickness and their elusiveness. But for her to, that's why I give her props. For her to work on body control is a her thing. That's not a talent thing, because body control is something that a lot of slower players use because they're always getting met at the rim, or their shot is getting met at the top, or their dribble is getting met on their crossover. So body control is so important. Or when they dribble drive, that player is most likely 80% of the time still in good defensive position because their first step is so slow. So body control is important for them. I'll do an NBA term. James Harden, great body control. Plays slow, but great body control. That's how he gets that shot off and gets those foul calls. Great body control. Trae Young, another one. Great body control, attacking the rim. She kind of has that. That's something you have to work on when you're quick. They had to do that because their quickness isn't that elusive. Her quickness is elusive. So for her to add that to her game, going to the next level, that's going to get her. She's going to surprise. I wanted to say this. I actually had this wrote down right here. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going on record. I might be wrong. I might be right. But I'm going on record, Sess. Flaw J is going to be better at the next level than she is in college.
I think so. I think it's time. I wish that Flau'jae, for me, and we're gonna get into Flau'jae because she's one of these 14. We break it down first. But I wish that Flau'jae would have transferred. I wanted Flau'jae to transfer. I wanted Flau'jae to go play in the system. That's just me. When she made the decision to come back to the WNBA, I mean, come back and not go to the Dub, I wanted her to go spend a year somewhere else, kind of like what Latson's doing, but not at South Carolina.
The reason I said that is because of body control. That's why I was bringing her up.
But she'll be able to take advantage of her athleticism probably too.
And I'm going on the record. Same thing with Fulwiley. Fulwiley will be better in the WNBA than she was in college because of she's a go-getter. She's a go-getter. Like there ain't too many Fulwileys walking through the league every year. Mm-hmm. Like her type of skill set and talent, there ain't too many of her in the league every year. I mean, next year's draft probably only got 2 that kind of got her talent, Latson and Flau'jae. Like that like can come into the league with her kind of like capabilities of making opposing defenses think before they guard you.
You're gonna get AZ next year too. You're gonna get Rory, you're gonna get Chloe.
But AZ don't have that. AZ is a controlled player. Like we call those control players. Like AZ don't have that. Get out the way, give me the ball.
What? I thought that's what AZ came back to show us. I thought that's what AZ came back to show us.
I thought she came back to show she was healthy. I thought she came back.
That's what you think she's back for, to show she healthy.
Because look, my comparison. Want me to tell you who my NBA comparison for AZ Fudd is? Klay Thompson.
No. I ain't want you to tell me that. I want you to wait till we break her down. But Klay my favorite. Klay my favorite. So we'll
Klay Thompson. Klay. That's gonna be her play style. Klay Thompson.
So okay, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about the anatomy of a prodigy, right? And so basketball 101 in terms of Milaysia Fulwiley, because like her measurables, I think her wingspan on 6'1". I think it's like 6'0.5", something like that. Almost 6'1" for. I keep saying late 6 foot, but I think she's really like 5'10". Ball on the string handle, explosive finisher, creative playmaker, quick hands, high motor, surprising shot blocker. What does that package mean for who she can be?
She can be a two-way player if she can figure it out. Because she can see that's why when you think about two-way players that are scorers, her scoring, because we talked about earlier as far as like her ability to run point guard at LSU is going to depend on how many assists she can average, right? And how she can control the offense. 4 assists with her scoring is going to be so important for her development. Like, when you can score, when you can handle the ball, but teams don't know how to guard you because you can facilitate at the drop of a dime and find an open person on your team, that's the most dangerous part of an offensive skill set. Like when people mention like you have on the screen like offensive arsenals, it's not the scoring, it's what you can do off of the scoring. I learned that in 3rd grade. My coach told me that playing travel AAU. Prince, it's not your scoring. It's what you can do with your scoring. We know you can score. How can you take your scoring and make that a winning intangible? Because see, a lot of people don't notice. Like, there's players in my neighborhood when I was growing up that were better scorers than me.
Sure.
But they didn't have winning scoring intangibles. So two-way players have winning scoring intangibles where their scoring leads to other parts of their game. It don't have to be elite at all those things, but are these abilities that you have? Yes or no?
So from a basketball 101 perspective,
defense to offense.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying when you can take defense to offense and you get in transition, because like you said, like that ability, quick hands on defense, guard, shot blocker. When you can take that defense and turn it into offense. Now, how we talked about that scoring, but not your scoring being your main arsenal, but what you can do with your scoring, that's where she's going to be the most dangerous because now she's in transition. And if it's a 3-on-1 fast break, you don't know how to guard her because you don't know she's about to look for somebody You don't know if she's about to blow by you, get to the rim, pull up. Like, that's the most important thing for her.
So from a basketball one-on-one perspective, how do you define two-way guard and their role?
Two-way guard, they're probably arguably the most important part of the system, because on defense, they're 90% of the time, it depends on the position and what team you're going against, but 90% of the time, they're going to have probably the toughest assignment on defense. So if you are going to be that two-way player for your team, the most important piece to what you want to do, you got to be able to night in, night out guard. That means you got to have the right energy, the right mindset every game. There's no games off. Your two-way player says there's no games off. There's no you can't take tonight off because you got you got Skylar Diggins tonight. No, you can't take the night off because you got Jackie Young. No,
you can't take
the night off because you got Kelsey Plum.
Yeah,
right.
You the one.
Dejanay Carrington, I don't consider her a two-way player because her offense isn't consistent enough, and she only gives you one thing on offense. See, another thing about that, and I can't wait till our 3-and-D conversation down the line, y'all, because I got some stuff to say about that. We throw that title around a little too much.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that one. So, do you think that Dejanay can grow into a two-way player?
If she can merge her talent with her skill set. Again, talent is her tenacity and her speed, right? One of the fastest guards in the league. She hasn't merged her talent with her skill set because every now and then she'll take a jump shot when she has the advantage. Every now and then her tenacity will get the best of her when she's at the rim trying to go up against a big. Be smarter. I've seen her get blocked too many times because she got that dog in her. You can have that dog in you and still be smart.
Can Cheryl Reeves teach her that? Is Minnesota the spot to allow her to grow in that area? It's just
I don't think it's a coach. I don't think it's a coach, Seth. I think it's going to be her. Like, she has to navigate that concept. Because Cheryl, again, coaches aren't going to sit there and hold your hand every play. They're going to give you advice in film study. Doing walkthroughs, they're going to be like, hey, last game you were doing this. Let's try this approach, or let's shorten this approach, right? It's going to be up to her mindset and willingness to figure out how to merge the two. That's going to be an individual off-season thing for her, working with trainers and developmental coaches, getting her to understand how to merge her skill set with her talent. I think that's where her deficiency is offensively. Her talent and her skill set hasn't met in the middle yet.
Got it.
Like, you can't come on offense and use your talent one time and your skill set the next. That's why her offense looks so inconsistent, because one time she wants to use her speed, the next time she wants to use her skill set. No, you got to merge them. It's kind of like Kyrie Irving, right? You don't see him get out of place. He knows his talent and his skill set, and he merged them. Like, for instance, I gave this example a while back. You know the difference between Jeff Teague and Kyrie Irving? One just has talent. The other one has talent and skill set.
Okay.
You can't mature a talent. You can mature and develop a skill set.
Skill set, for sure.
That's the players that stay around the league long, like Kevin Durant. He got a skill set. He's not just talented. Know who was talented? Josh Smith, when he was on Atlanta. Talented.
Yeah, I need that.
No skill set.
Now you playing golf or something, man. I don't know.
No skill set. So she got to figure out how to merge the two. And she can become. Because I had Dejanay last year. She was my defensive player of the year last year. I'm sorry.
I had her in the conversation.
I watch her night in, night out guard the other team's best player.
I like Nay. I like Nay on defense a lot. I want to see the 3-ball develop some more. And she would get a midi. She would be really nice. So we get ready to wrap this. This is there. Oh, go ahead.
It's there.
Oh yeah, the quickness is there.
Her quickness can get her a midi. Dejanay's quickness can get her a shot anytime she wants to, but she hasn't merged the two yet.
It's coming. It's coming. I got that's one of my favorite WNBA players that I'm watching just grow. Like I'm just watching her grow and develop. So I got confidence. But this was our first episode of Breakdown Beyond the Arc. We're gonna be bringing this to y'all every Thursday, 1:00 Eastern. Today, and we go. I didn't talk about this with Zoe, but I'm gonna say this and then he'll tell me no later. But we owe y'all a short recap on late because we didn't get to really bring y'all the highlights. We will be breaking down highlights.
We got y'all.
He'll do some film breakdown. We'll come back. We had a technical difficulty with that, but we're gonna have film breakdown in these shows so that we're giving you visuals along with the stuff that we talking about. So it won't just be us talking heads. We'll have some film up here breaking down for you to see as we're talking. This is something that we're working through this week, but we appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us. If you are on any other platform, we appreciate y'all pulling up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, X, Instagram. Pop over to IMZO Media, Sets Talk Sports on YouTube. Give us the like, give us the share, give us the subscribe. Push this thing out in the algorithm. So excited to be bringing this to y'all with Prince here every week. Next tonight Latson. So we're gonna talk Latson next. But on the hot seat before we get out of here, tell me how far Lay goes. Is Lay the SEC Player of the Year? And where does LSU finish for this season?
I don't think she's the SEC Player of the Year. I think Maddie Book runs it back. I think I watch her doing the USA team games. Like I think Maddie runs it back. Do I think Fulwiley will be in the conversation? I think she'll finish in the top 5. Again, they got coach just went to Ole Miss. She gonna be there right at the end. So I think she'll be in the top 5.
Choice.
The thing about Fulwiley is, let's say LSU wins the championship, I wouldn't be surprised if she's the most outstanding player.
Okay. Is she in the conversation? Is she in the conversation for National Player of the Year?
No.
What? No. Is there any LSU player in the conversation for National Player of the Year?
Flaw J can get into it for me if she gives me a little more defense.
Okay.
Like she don't. I need, like, I'm big on impact, Seth. I'm not big on all the highlights. I'm big on your impact for your team. Like,
right.
If she can give me defensive impact, I think just preseason favorites. Again, the game still got to be played, right? But preseason favorites for LSU, I can see Flaw J being in that conversation just because she's an elder statesman, and the game is kind of going to be a little slower for her than others. And she already has that national media spotlight. Fulwiley has it too, but I just think they're going to view it in the beginning as Flaw J's team, if that makes sense. So she's going to get the first dibs on the preseason. Yeah, I got to ask you.
At the end of the season, is it still Flaw J's team, or will it be Milaysia Fulwiley's team at the end of the season?
I think it will be MK's team at the end of the season.
Whoa. Okay. So
I think it will be.
Okay.
I think it will be
co-captain like MK and Lay headed into the next season. You said it's gonna be MK team. All right, I can't wait till we break down MK. Go ahead.
Hey, look, Seth. I'm big on this. I'm big on. I think Fulwiley her game is better fit for the next level. I just big on that.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I know we're gonna break down Michaela. Brother Man Media, appreciate you popping in. Run them likes up. Here's the thing. With MK, I felt like MK as a freshman, when everything was going on wild at LSU and they were sitting people down, go back on my lives. I'm like, dang man, this freshman is vocal. I like her leadership. I like the way she out here, like, hey, get here, go there. And then at some point, it's like her voice went to a whisper.
Yeah,
I don't see her out there doing that anymore. I don't know if they took her confidence. I don't know if she doesn't feel empowered. I was so irritated with MK at the last presser for the last game last year because she was deferring. And I'm like, hey, you don't have to defer. You just set up your plate this whole season, just like Anissa, just like Flau'jae. Say what you got to say. And I felt like she didn't say what she had to say, and I didn't understand that. Like, yo, you are Michaela Williams, MK12. You was the one in the camera hollering, I am her. Where's that person? Don't cower now. Don't make yourself small. That bothered me about her. And so I want to know where is that at? Like I told you, I would take, y'all talk about Madison Booker. I take MK Dub over Madison Booker once every day and twice on Sunday. I don't think that Booker shows up in big games. I would have rather had Booker. I would have rather had MK on that USA team than Booker. And Booker kind of showed up, but MK, it's in there. I don't know if I don't know what happened at LSU. Like I said, I felt like it went to a whisper, and I don't like that.
Again, remember we talked about in the beginning, Sess, about like them being a unit and deferring to each other sometimes depending on the game and the situation. I think last year that conversation wasn't had. I think it was get the ball to Anissa and let Flau'jae do her thing. Like that's what I think that team conversation was like among the players, not the coaching staff and the system. Because you play basketball, you already know we have different conversations outside of the coaches, right? Like of how we're going to do
they said that. Now let's talk. So, absolutely.
You know, like I think it was get Anissa the ball. She's the elder statesman. She's about to go to the league. She's our most talented front court player. And let Flau'jae do her thing. And MK, you just kind of play off of Flau'jae. And I think that's why she deferred, because she did that a lot during the season. She just kind of played off of what Flau'jae had going on. If Flau'jae wasn't open, that's when she would do her thing. And I think it kind of messed up her psyche a little bit going into the tournament, because now she was looking for Flau'jae, and Flau'jae was missing in action against UCLA. You get what I'm saying? Well, again, people that watch the stats will think Flau'jae had an okay game. If you watch that game, Flau'jae was not there in the first half at all. At all.
So let me ask you this, because what I thought that Kim never set the tone. Like I don't think that she ever empowered anybody, and I don't know. For me, it's like I need to know who's in charge. Like Drip say, she give out everybody roles in front of everybody. It's a big. We sit in a big group. This what you do. This what you do. This what you do. This what you do, and it can change. But these are the roles. I don't know that I felt like Kim ever said what the roles were, or who was who. Like, is it Flau'jae's team? Is it MK's team? Is it Anissa's team? And it seemed like they were kind of stumbling over each other, trying to figure it out at times. And that to me got in the way of them winning some games that they could have won. I think that another thing about MK is I think that Michaela got hurt in her freshman year, and I think she felt pressure to come back in the tournament. And I don't think she should have ever played in the tournament. I don't think that she was healthy. I don't think that did anything. I don't think that helped their confidence. And I don't know that she ever, I hope that she's healthy this season coming all the way in. Come in healthy, in shape, and ready to hoop, but using your voice.
Yeah. I mean,
and you don't have to defer because you're a sophomore. You can't do that on the basketball team. It don't matter what your grade is, what your game is on the court. I don't care what grade you in. I don't care what is your game doing.
It's gonna be. See, I think Flau'jae is the biggest piece to this. You
think Flaw is the X factor?
Yes, because I'm actually, again, if you watch how she talks, she sounds humble, but if you read between it, you see the ego in there. If you really dissect how she explains stuff, you see the ego in there. And again, like I said earlier, I got an ego. All basketball players got ego.
Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, she's a basketball player and a rapper. Yeah. Like she has an ego. Right? We ain't gonna deny that. We're not gonna deny that.
I think it's gonna be where Flau'jae feels about this team and what she wants to do with this team. I think it's gonna really. I think MK and Fulwiley are on the outside looking in of what this team is going to be, because it starts with Flau'jae's mindset. Like, is her mindset, I got to prove to the league that I'm a top 3 pick? If she does that, Sess, this team will fail.
Is Flau'jae a top 3 pick?
No.
Is she a top 5 pick?
No, because I got Kiki over her.
So I got Flau'jae going in the top 5 because of her brand. Her brand to me puts her in the top 5, even if you don't think her skill set is there. Her brand. The WNBA right now is in the business of putting butts in seats.
I agree, but I looked at how the mock draft gonna set up. Mystics got 3 picks in the first 7. Do you see her on the Mystics?
I could see somebody trading for one of them picks to get her.
But
I think ultimately, I think Flau'jae ends up. I think Flau'jae ends up back home in Atlanta. I think Flau'jae ends up around Atlanta. Or
so that's bottom 3.
Or I think they can move up. I think people are gonna move around.
I mean, yeah, that happens every year. That happens every year.
So
do I think she's a top 5 talent in this draft? Yes, I do think she's a top 5 talent in this draft. I'm just looking at how the teams are set up.
You don't think
the
that
teams
you
that
don't
are
think
picking?
They'll pick her?
No.
Gotcha.
I'm just looking at how they're set up. Because again, remember we got Toronto and Portland. I think they're gonna have the 6-7 or the 5-6,
5-6, something like that.
Yeah, because they got the 2 first. They got the 2 picks right outside the lottery, which is the top 4, right? So they got 5-6 basically. So do you think those teams take a chance on her versus a stationary player like a Kiki that you can kind of put pieces?
A Kiki who? Around. A Kiki who?
Kiki Rice.
Oh no, we got to talk. I don't know about Kiki.
Again, don't forget.
I think skill set, but how tough is Kiki?
Kiki tough.
I ain't seen
Kiki
it.
bigger than bigger than all of them though.
I'm not talking about size. Okay, but here's the thing: Kiki wasn't even the toughest player on her team.
Who was?
Like Janiah Barker. That's who gave them dog. They had no dog until Janiah Barker got there. So keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. When Janiah Barker got there, they finally knocked off for number 1. They in the thing throwing up the that's where all their confidence came from. We're gonna see how tough they is this year with no Barker. We're gonna see.
Do you think she was successful at LSU? I mean at UCLA? Do you think she was successful there?
Who? Barker?
Yeah.
For what she needed to do, yeah. I think she was successful. But I don't think that UCLA was about basketball. I thought that UCLA was about an image, was about a rebranding the image. That's what I thought it was about. Because they tried to make it seem like she was going to be a problem when she got to UCLA. So she proved that she wasn't a problem. Now she's going to be at Tennessee. And now that ain't going to have to deal with that. But Kiki voice quieter than MK Dub to me.
But see, people keep forgetting who was ranked higher coming out of high school. Where was Kiki ranked?
I don't even remember where Kiki was ranked. Kiki was ranked.
She was a top 5 player. But she was a top 5 player in her class.
But let's talk about this though. Let's keep it a buck now. Can I buy that top 5 ranking? Especially if my daddy shooting hoop with Obama and my people over with Condoleezza Rice and I'm down over here and I'm at. Can I get in that top 5 based on who I know? And can I buy a top 5 ranking? Keep it a buck.
Look. See, I look at it as what she can bring to a team. I know a lot of people are big on Olivia Miles. I'm
not big on her either.
I think Kiki is the best traditional point guard in this draft.
Maybe in his draft.
I think
I'm here's the thing. I don't watch enough. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't watch enough UCLA basketball to really be like, yo, would I watch the Kiki? When I watched the Kiki, I was like, why is Kiki in this documentary? Like I don't see it. I think she's gonna
shock you this year, Sess. I think she's gonna shock you this year.
Kiki may be one of those people that plays better in the WNBA. Like Cam Brink. If you go back and look at my videos, I was out on Cam Brink. Drafting her second for what? For what?
Yeah.
When she got to the league, I had to give her respect. Yo, Cam, my bad. Respect. You look better in the WNBA than you looked at Stanford. I didn't see you being this here. Now, I don't mind saying that about a player, but Kiki right now, here's my thing about Kiki. I don't think that Kiki's been battle tested. I don't think that Kiki there's enough grit on Kiki to come in and really just take something from somebody in the WNBA. But we'll see.
But again, Sess, you got to think about like, okay, look at your top 5 players. How many of them actually been battle tested?
Oh, I don't believe in probably the top 5 players that y'all talking about. So here's the other thing. Just because you get drafted top 5, to me, doesn't necessarily mean that you stay in this league or you stick.
Correct. I just see Toronto or Portland taking a flyer on her because they can go in the expansion draft and put shooters and a big around her because she's a two-way guard. She can shoot the 3 at a high clip. She damn near shoots 40% from 3, taking 3 a game. That ain't no small 3-point.
But you know what I think though? I hear what you're saying, but I think before I would take a chance on Kiki, I would pick up one of these guards that didn't get a job this year and then build around them.
Like a Deja Kelly or something like that?
Deja Kelly is out there. Bree Hall is out there. You got all kind of players out there right now that's trying to get back in the league. Sellers, who did she turn into? Some of these people that wasn't healthy.
Hey, we gotta stop talking about Kiki because that's one of our breakdowns. we got. Okay. Since they got me in my bag,
we giving away the show. As soon as we start talking basketball, it go anywhere. Okay, back to Lay.
I keep forgetting Kiki is one of our possibles. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, she's a possible. She's one of the ones that we will break down.
Yeah, we gotta leave her alone because we got a long season.
So we got
about 100 episodes, y'all. Right so I'm pretty sure she's gonna be in there.
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate y'all though pulling up and rocking with us. Yeah, y'all get in the comments, man. Let us know what y'all think about the show. Like I said, we didn't get to bring the highlights this time. We got the highlights coming after we get the technical difficulty worked out. But look for us every Thursday, 1:00 Eastern. The breakdown Beyond the Art. Prince, what you got before we go?
Oh man, look, thank y'all for pulling up as always. Y'all already know, appreciate Seth for partnering with me. I've been looking to get my schedule found out, man. So look, I got other shows coming, but this is going to probably be one of y'all faves because y'all get introduced to a lot of college players and things that they do. And look, behind the scenes, a lot of work goes on. So that should let y'all know we appreciate y'all pulling up because behind the scenes, a lot goes on from the film study, watching hours of tape, trying to figure out comparisons, skill sets, all of that. So, but again, man, look, we do it for y'all. We just love talking basketball with y'all. And again, I appreciate you, Seth, for partnering with me on this. And look, let's blow this thing up, man. Let's blow this up, man.
We're gonna blow it up. Y'all get in the comments. Let us know the college players y'all want to see. Again, we starting with those first 14 college women that were signed to Unrivaled. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, that's I Am Zo Media. Let's talk sports. Y'all gotta know we are out.
Ain't no way to stop when we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I'll be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess, that's on a mission. One go, we gon' get it, we taking over the game. All gas, no brakes, you